the fuck?
Multi.
Wait, hold on. Let me go back a little bit. I'm trying to fix the brightness on this.
Multiplayer in Halloween is a 1v4 asymmetrical horror experience that pits the residents of Haddonfield against the shape of pure evil, Michael Myers. In this quintessential slasher simulator, our playable cast of civilian characters desperately attempt to save their neighbors and themselves from the omnipresent boogeyman, while Michael fixates on stalking and slaying his targets. Halloween provides familiar elements fans of the genre know and love, but we're incredibly excited to pull back the curtain and unveil more details that demonstrate our commitment to delivering our most robust, dynamic, and terrifying multiplayer offering yet.
Is he invisible?
Michael Myers is a creeping, methodical killer, and on Halloween night, Haddonfield becomes his hunting ground. The boogeyman's primary desire is to eliminate every living resident in this quiet town, but he also begins each match with a list of special targets that supply greater rewards if killed before time expires. These unfortunate residents are positioned across various sites in the map, and Michael players are empowered to use their nightmare suite of abilities to locate, terrorize, and ultimately execute their victims and anyone bold enough to interfere with their bloodthirsty ambitions. Killer Sense allows players to step behind the mask and stalk the residents of Haddonfield. When using this skill and entering the first-person perspective, Michael becomes aggressively aware of his surroundings and the proximity of potential prey. By focusing on targets with murderous intent, Michael builds varying levels
like
of
a
stalk,
story to
which
this
aid
too.
him in identifying and tracking targets and open increasingly satisfying options for executions. An effective killer always keeps their victims unaware of their presence until those final fatal moments. While historically Michael Myers isn't known for his speed, fundamental abilities like shape jump amplify the shape's mobility with hauntingly unpredictable results. In shape jump, Michael slips into the shadows to move around environments unseen. Not only does this increase Michael's base movement speed, but it also provides access to other powerful traversal options, including Shape Dash, which sends Michael lunging forward with violent momentum. Shape Jump is confidently one of the most powerful tools at Michael's disposal and supplies unlimited possibilities for iconic jump scare moments.
Stay cool.
You gotta bust through that door, yo.
However, that potency comes with a few major caveats. Our masked antagonist can only enter and exit Shape Jump while in the cover of darkness or outside.
Am I in my room, bro? Bro, see, look. Oh my gosh. Stop it.
Escapes located around the map before
It was like right here.
civilians may decide.
Yeah, like right here.
Michael can work to remove sources of illumination.
Jesus.
One of the most powerful tools at Michael's disposal and supplies unlimited possibilities for iconic jump scare moments.
Stay cool.
However, that potency comes with a few major caveats. Our masked antagonist can only enter and exit Shape Jump while in the cover of darkness or outside a resident's line of sight. The light may provide temporary reprieve for the residents of Haddonfield, but Michael can work to remove sources of illumination by shutting off lights, cutting power, and even catalyzing temporary blackouts.
Oh, God!
Despite the unquestionable malevolence of Michael Myers, his horrifying homecoming to Haddonfield won't be welcomed without resistance. As the body count climbs and evidence of the boogeyman's presence becomes undeniable, local authorities, residents, and distinct playable civilians may decide to gather weapons and face off against evil itself. Thankfully, Michael knows his way around sharp objects and will have multiple options for melee combat encounters. And if especially persistent Haddonfieldites do manage to get the upper hand in an exchange,
Yo, you can attack
don't worry.
them. That's good.
How the hell?
It's not possible.
We've said it once, and we'll say it again. You can't kill the boogeyman.
But you can stun them. That's all I need. That's all I need.
While Michael swiftly endeavors to turn Haddonfield into a graveyard, our heroic group of civilian characters desperately attempts to save their neighbors and escape the boogeyman's bloodthirst. As a civilian, it's up to you to find fellow Haddonfield residents, convince them of his malicious intent, and guide them safely to one of several possible randomized escapes located around the map before they meet an untimely end. This distinctive cast of playable civilian characters each comes equipped with unique stats, special traits, and signature personalities. To ensure no two matches of Halloween play out the same, our team has constructed a vast playground of possibilities in Haddonfield, offering civilians a multitude of diverse gameplay systems to aid them in achieving their objectives and surviving the night. As civilians navigate these environments, they'll uncover points of interest, revealing resident NPCs, lootable containers, hiding places, telephones, possible escape routes, and more. Thoroughly and cautiously exploring your surroundings could very well mean the difference between life and death. And when death comes to your little town, it's probably not a bad idea to head to your neighbors and contact the local authorities. Civilians are tasked with tracking down surviving residents and warning them of the looming threat. Successful conversations with residents can permit civilians to request additional calls to police, commands to find secure hiding places, or companionship as they navigate the formerly peaceful streets of Haddonfield.
Should we stick together? Maybe we're better as a team.
Whether it's a local family friend or the authorities, there's safety in numbers. Once the innocent residents of Haddonfield have been located and persuaded, it's time for the civilians to plan their harrowing escape. Lootable containers scattered throughout the map contain weapons, distractions, and key items that can be used to unlock and access a variety of possible escape routes. The location of these items and escapes changes from match to match, so civilians greatly benefit from adjusting their strategies based on the objects uncovered. It's also worth noting that initiating these escape sequences generates a tremendous amount of noise, which will alert Michael to your exact location. So what happens in the likely event that a civilian becomes another display of Michael's wretched, inhumane nature? Well, their Haddonfield story isn't over just yet. Even in death, they can support their friends and even return as a sheriff's deputy or the unrelenting Dr. Loomis. Once they've re-emerged upon the streets of Haddonfield, they can cooperate with the remaining civilians and responding officers to try and put a stop to Michael's murderous rampage.
They needed to make a Ghostface game.
While he can't be killed, with enough community resistance, the proper equipment, and sheer manpower, he can be detained and shipped back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium.
Detained?
Halloween is a legendary film with a genre-defining legacy,
bro don't got
and our
super
mission
strength,
has been to
break
bring
out
the film's
handcuffs.
unsettling sense of dread to our asymmetrical horror sandbox. By empowering players to control the tension and stage the scares, we're building a multiplayer experience designed with replayability at the
Shoot
forefront.
'em.
We'll have more details to share regarding character progression,
Ain't nothing we had
character
in
traits,
Texas Chainsaw
customization,
Massacre.
proximity chat, and more thrilling gameplay features in the coming months. But we can't wait for all of you to join us when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
My gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. So, so far, I really like the game. It looks promising. It looks promising. It looks really good. But you know, we can never know until we play the game for ourselves. It does look good though. It does. You can come back as other people. And yeah, it does look good to me personally. It looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th combined together, bro. It looks like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th combined together, bro. Because like with the entrance popped up on the map, it kind of reminded me of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And you know, with the camera angle, you know, it's like it's more zoomed in than Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It kind of reminded me of Friday the 13th. So like, yeah. And like you can drive cars too. You did that in Friday the 13th. And you come back as other people. Like in Friday the 13th, you had this dude named Jarvis or something. Janty Lark. No. Like yeah, his name was Jarvis or something. Yeah, that was his name. You came back as him, like if you died in there, bro. So yeah, the game does look promising, bro. I just hope like they can polish it more because right now it's like it's kind of looking like a mobile game. I don't mean to criticize it, but it is kind of looking like a mobile game. Like look at this shit, bro.
Has been to bring the film's
What the fuck?
unsettling
Like,
sense
what
of
is that?
dread to our age. We can't wait for all.
They got the same graphics as Friday the 13th. But yeah, bro, I am excited for this game coming out in September. Yeah, September, definitely September, because that's around Halloween time. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this game coming out, though. I hope you are too. I hope to see you on there. But yeah, if I am gonna play this game though, like I'm gonna need some backup. I'm gonna need backup. Cause you heard they got a multiplayer on the shit. So if I ain't got the choice to play by myself, I got some friends that will help me out on playing it. And I'll definitely play it on stream, you know, if y'all want me to play it on stream. But yeah, bro, I'm definitely down to play the game, bro. Looks fun as shit. But I'm more of like a survivor type of guy for real. Like on Dead by Daylight, and we are gonna play Dead by Daylight on the channel, bro. Dead ass, we gonna play Dead by Daylight on the channel. If you haven't seen me play Dead by Daylight, or the YouTube link is in it, is in my my bio, bro. Just click off this live real quick. Go to the bio, bro. YouTube link is on the bio, bro. You know, just go there, scroll down a little bit, look at it, bro. I hate that nigga with a J Bull and Hezzy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. It do look promising, bro. But yeah, shall we get straight to the album? Cause that's what I really been waiting for. That album, bro. I've been waiting for that album. I do not care if I get muted, bro. All right, bro. I've been waiting.